Good morning, everyone. Let's get started. Okay. So essentially, this is our first tax session. Okay. Yesterday it was all general, right? So we'll get into our subject from today. Okay. So we'll not even get into the the meat of the subject, but will today it would all be looking at the forms. Now, what are these forms? These forms are the ones which are used to file tax return. Okay. Okay. Even before that, let me tell you where we are going. Okay. So now today we are talking about tax forms, right? So next week we'll be talking about few basics of tax. Now, and also I can say it is an overview of tax. Okay. So what I would say is anything that you are doing in the next this week and next week are all in one way they are informational, okay, not directly the subject, okay, but the point is knowing these will enhance your understanding of subject. Okay, so what are we doing today? I said we are doing tax forms, right? Okay, why are we even talking about this? For me, after knowing tax code or tax rules, as a practitioner, what should I be doing? I should be filing tax returns. Now, when I say filing tax returns, how do I file tax returns? Using tax forms. So for 1040, there are several tax forms that we use. So when we know the tax form or when we know what we are about to fill in, our understanding of subject would be far better than without knowing what these forms are. Okay, that's about what we are covering today. Okay, now about what we are covering next week. Now you may think, why is Venkat talking about next week? The thing is, I won't have an idea of what's coming in today and what's coming in a week ahead of you. Okay, now in the next week, it's about um, basics. Okay, and also overview. Meaning what? Okay. I'll say, okay, let's say What should I say? Okay, let's say if I'm talking about parts of body, huh? Mhm. Mm, 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 mm. Eh, what am I doing? What I would say there will be, there will be head, there will be hands, there will be face, there will be eyes, so on, and all of this make up a human body, right? So that is what I would be doing next week. So, so this is an overview of human body, right? I'll give an overview of tax, overview of individual tax. So we'll be going from top to bottom. Okay, but it's just an overview. Then I'll say, okay, head means this, the function of head is this, hands, face, eyes, so on. Same way, we'll get into each of the elements of tax. So first we'll discuss overview. First we'll just have an overview, and then we have a detailed discussion about each of the elements of individual tax return. Okay, so what's coming up for us? One is understanding forms, and then the overview. Okay, now later weeks, what will happen? Simple, right? We will get into details. That's where you'll start having fun, and which is, you see, this is, you can see right from what I'm saying, which is this is not directly related, but related. It is always beneficial to understand the subject with forms and with overview. Yeah. And here is the one which is needed, which is directly related. All the details wherein your MCQs kick in. Yeah. I think more than ever, this is the one you will love next week. I'm sure you will do it. And anyone who attended my sessions earlier, this one will be a new one. Okay. This I would have not done in the past batches. This is new for the new starting this batch. Okay. So for anyone who is from the past batches, I just wanted to let you know there will be few things which would be different from the past batch. Okay, maybe the way I teach or the content, or it could be anything. A few things are the same. Okay, okay. Now let's get into the forms. Now, what are forms? Forms are nothing but, okay, I have a taxpayer. Okay, guys. Whenever I say TP, okay, means tax payer. Okay, it could be when I am explaining anything. It could be in my notes. Wherever you see TP, it means taxpayer. Okay. Now, now, at the end of the day, what is a tax? What is the taxpayer need? Why are we learning all of these? We are learning all of this so that we can assist the taxpayer with their tax returns, right? Now, so it's very important that we need to know what forms the tax return. So here we are focused on individual tax return. Okay. Now, the form number, okay, in US, okay, the forms of the tax form goes by numbers, okay, something called this, something called this, something called this, or this, okay. You see, all of these are form numbers. Each of the form number designates what we are filing for. Guys, put yourself on mute until I say it out, please, because if any voice will distract me. Okay? Oh man. Uh, guys, old people know this just for the benefit of new people. Okay? When I'm speaking something, please don't distract me. Meaning, unmuting or even asking a question or even saying something. Don't do anything. The reason is, um, when I speak in a flow. Okay, but when I get a distraction, I cut myself off the flow and I forget what I am able to say. So it takes for me to recollect what I'm able to say, and it could be something else which is coming up rather than what I wanted to express. Yeah. So please don't distract me when it's not that you are doing it wantedly, but the point is, please make a conscious effort that you're not distracting me while I'm saying something. Okay. Thank you guys. Okay. So in US we have different forms. Okay. So these are all the form numbers. So for every return that we are filing, there will be a form number. So we just have to pick the form based on what we want to file and file it. Okay. Now, for the purpose of individual tax return, we are filing 1040. Now, in US, the way they spell out any of the form number is first two and last two. Okay. Say, for example, I wrote, say this is one of the form numbers. So they will say 990. Here they would say 1040. Okay. 1120. So first two and last two. Okay. This is 4562. Okay. 4797. So that is how you spell out the form numbers. Okay. What we are trying to do now, we are trying to see how we spell the form numbers. First two and last two. Okay. 990, 1120, 4797, 4562, 1040. Okay. Rajiv, go on mute, please. Okay. Right. Now, so now what is the form based on our discussion? What is the form we are talking about? 1040. Okay. 1040 is just two-page return. Just has 2 pages. But the point is, if this is page 1 and this is page 2, any numbers on this page 1 and page 2, most of them come from different forms and different schedules. That's where the number of pages of the tax return increase, because you need to file each and every form and schedule from where the numbers are coming up on the form 1040. Okay, now let's deep dive into each of these. Okay, now the very first thing that I want to look through is my schedule W2. Okay, now what is this? Okay, if anyone is working in India, we have something called Form 16. So this W2 is same as Form 16. What does Form 16 have? Form 16 has details of my salary earnings. Likewise, W2 also is about wages. Okay, so W2 is all about, okay, what are the wages of the employee? Okay, and the most important box that we need to take care of is box 1, wherein it says wages, tips, and other compensation. So this is the number which goes onto my 1040. Meaning what? So you see the link. So the number on my box 1, okay, where is it going? Any number that I have here, it goes onto my 1040. Okay, where on 1040 we'll see in a second. Okay, but amount which is in box 1 goes onto my 1040. Okay, now let's see form 1040. Now, mm, okay, so this is my 1040. So how many pages do I have? Page 1, this is my page 1, and this is my page 2. That's all I have, nothing else. Okay, so it so we'll get into details of 1040, but let's see how it is linked together. Okay, now you see here line 1A, total amount from W2. So this amount which I was talking about earlier has to come and sit here. Okay, now household employee will discuss in detail. Okay, tip income we will discuss in detail. Medical aid will discuss in detail. Dependent care benefits will discuss in detail. Okay, so you see here the number on line 1E is coming from a different form. The amount from line 1F is coming from a different form. 1G is coming from a different form. Now, this other earned income, if there is any other income, we write the details and we put in the amount of income and any common pay election. Okay. Now, if you have any interest, dividend, IRA, because okay, guys, IRA is the biggest topic that we have. So lot there's a lot there to cover. Okay. Now, if there any pension, annuity, social security benefits. So see all of these sum up on my line 9, which is my total income. Okay. Then I have adjustments to my income, and these are called above the line deductions. What are they called? These are called above, sorry, these are called above the line deductions, adjustments to income. Okay. Now, from total income, after I take out any of the adjustments to income, what do I get? Adjusted gross income, which is also said AGI, and this is one of the important numbers. Why it's so important? We'll tend to understand when we come to when the discussion comes about discussing AGI. Okay. Now, from that we'll have standard deduction or itemized deduction, and this is also called below the line deduction. Okay, so one is above the line deduction, second one is below the line deduction. Now what is this line? Below the line, above the line, below the line, above the line. There should be some line, right? That line is my AGI. AGI, which I said important, is my line. Above the line, below the line. Above the line are my adjustments to income, and here we have either standard deduction or itemized deduction. Okay. Then I have something called qualified business income, which is also known as QBI. Okay, this is a small topic, but really, really interesting one. Okay. And then all of this sums up to my taxable income. So you see, let's make up our formula here. Okay. Now I want someone from this. I'll pick someone here. Okay. To tell me or to build a formula until what we have discussed right now on this, because everything is on this page. So whoever I pick, I'll help you. So you should, okay. Let me tell you why I'm doing this. You see guys. Um we should be we should be, because if we have to be successful, right, we should be able to speak. That shyness or that fear should go away. Okay. When you speak in a big forum like this, wherein we are secured enough, because we are all a family. That's what I said yesterday, right? We are all like family. When we are doing in this forum like this, when it's everything is safe, we are practicing it. Don't shy when I pick you up. When I pick you up, it doesn't mean that um, I'm pointing on you. Take it as an opportunity to speak. Speak up. Whatever is in your mind, you just speak up. Okay, if I'm asking about making up a formula, speak up what's in your mind. Because I'll give you about 1 minute. Speak up within 1 minute. After that, anyways, I'll take it over. But the only thing is, what I need is I want you to speak up. Okay. Sudhanshu, you have something? Unmute and speak, please.
No, I can help you with the formula like as you asked.
No, no, no. I'll pick someone. No. It's not about you. You raising hand will come later. It's about me picking up now. Okay. Okay. I don't know who is coming up. Sangita V. Who is Sangita V? My mouse stopped at Sangita V.
Oh,
Yeah, where is Sangita V? I lost. Oh, okay, she unmuted. Yes, Sangita,
yeah.
what would be the formula?
Um, the formula would be so actually in like 1040 is like all about individual tax payment. Find out
Mm-hmm.
the individual's tax payment. So the formula would be all of their incomes starting from wages
Mm,
and Medi- Medicaid, where then taxable dependent care benefits, then employer provided adoption benefits, and wages, then other earned income, then all the incomes
mm-hmm. Mm,
less deductions.
mm-hmm.
This both income minus deduction gives adjusted gross income. Yes. After adjusted gross income, will get qualified business income.
Mm, mm, mm. Just go back. You're jumping one step ahead. Step
Okay,
back. Step, step,
okay,
step.
yeah. Before
Mm,
we have started a deduction or itemized
mm,
deductions. So after deducting that, you will get qualified business income.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You will not get qualified income. We'll get uh, some sort of gross taxable income. Because that's the reason they didn't write it. But just for our understanding purpose, some gross taxable income, let's say. Hmm?
Okay, okay.
Then what?
Then we have to add lines 12
Mm, mm,
and
mm, 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 mm. Earlier you were saying it right. Don't.
qual that QBI qualified.
Right.
Okay, so this gives us taxable
Then you
income.
calculate tax, whatever, vagara, vagara, vagara. We'll see about it. You see,
Okay,
thank you, Sangeeta. Okay,
thank
thank
you,
you so
thank you.
much, guys. Let's be so much proactive. Okay, I want everyone to be. Sorry, not proactive. Uh, just talk. There is no one making fun of you if you are not able to talk. This is the fear we have, right? अरे यार, what will this guy say, what will that guy say, what will this guy think, what will that, अरे यार छोड़ो ना, forget about what others are thinking. Okay, even above that, we are about at least 90 now. There is no one thinking about you bad. We are all a family, we are all here to help each other. Simple. Okay. Okay, you see simply we made up the formula. We have income. Then we less any of the exclusions. Then we have the adjustments to gross income. Then we have AGI, no adjustment to gross income, which is also called what? Which is also called what? My mouse is stopping at Nitya. Which is also called what? Adjustments to income also called what?
Above the
Nitya.
line deduction.
Above the line deduction. Okay, then standard deduction and itemized deduction, which is also called Kameshwar, VVD Kameshwar, also called
Below the
also
line deduction.
below the line deduction. Super. Okay, then we have taxable income. Then we have QBA. What is QBA? What is QBA? What is QBA? What is QBA? I'll ask. Venu Kumari, what is QBI? Full form of QBI. It is on the screen. You just have to see and say it out. What is full form of QBI? Venukumari, you are there? You have to unmute.
Taxable income, sir.
No, 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 no. I said what is the full form of QBI? QBI.
Qualified
Qualified?
income.
Uh-huh. It
Qualified
is
business
QI.
income.
Qualified?
Business income.
Why did Rekha say this? Why did Rekha say? Rekha, you said, right? Qualified business income.
Yes, sir.
Hold yourself. Okay?
Okay.
You'll get an opportunity when my mouse stops. Okay?
Because I know this answer, sir. That's why I
I
take the opportunity.
it's not about knowing, it's about saying it out. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Because tomorrow when you get something which you don't know also, you should answer with the same voice. That's what I want. You see, you know the answer and you were so confident and answered it, right? So when you don't know the answer also, I want you to speak with the same voice and same attitude. Make
Okay.
sense?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So uh, whom did I pick? वो भूल गया मैं. Earlier, some Kumari. Sorry, I forgot. Okay. Whoever it is. So it is qualified. You said qualified income, right? So QBI, right? Qualified business income. Okay. So this is our form page number 1. Okay. Now on page number 1, we came until taxable income. So now after getting taxable income, logically what should we be doing? We should be calculating tax. Oh wow, tax is calculated. Okay. Okay. So now these are all coming from schedule 2. Okay. Then we have credits. Okay. Now then we have credits. Okay. Then we have any of the payments, and then we have uh, 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 anything which we owe or anything which is refunded. Now I'll ask something. Ishani, continue with my formula. Okay, where did my formula stop? My formula stopped at my formula stopped at taxable income. Okay, what's after that? Based on page 2. Who did I pick? Huh. Ishani, R.
After this, any payments that will be
Mm-hmm,
due from the
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
tax.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Even
Um,
before that,
mm,
I have taxable income. So after that, what would I do?
After this, we'll find out the tax due.
Exactly at the rate of tax rate
Yeah.
into at the rate of tax rate. Okay, I get my tax. Then what?
From the tax due, we'll find out the mm, the payments that we have made earlier.
Even before payments, what? Okay, you are seeing the form.
Yeah.
Okay, that I think you're only seeing payment. Okay, now say it out. Now see.
The credits that we get
Hmm.
on the
So
tax
the first
payment.
thing is I would remove any of the credits. Okay, then
Yeah.
what?
Then
Then
the
I
payment.
then the payments. Okay,
Yeah.
then the remaining would be either I owe or I may get a refund. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Shani. So,
Thank you.
so this is our summary of summary of 11, summary of 1040. This is all we need to learn. We need to learn what income is. We need to learn what's included in the exclusions. We need to understand what adjustments to income are. We need to understand about a little about AGI. We need to understand about itemized deductions and standard deduction. Okay, we need to understand about QBI. we need to understand about tax rate, we need to understand about tax credits, payments, and we are done with 1040. So everything that we need to learn or we need to study in the next few weeks or so is within this formula. Anytime we are learning something, we can actually spot on where exact we are in this formula. Okay, that's it. That's all we have in this form, right? Is there anything else? I don't think so, right? So 1040 is only 2 pages, but the point is the numbers on my 1040 are coming from various places. This is what I want you to understand. The numbers on my 1040 are coming from various places, meaning various forms or various schedules. Okay. Now, the very first, what happened? Okay. So the very first form or schedule I would like to jump on is, okay, sorry. SD means standard deduction. ID means itemized deduction. Now, what is standard deduction? What is itemized deduction? We'll talk in detail when we get to the topic of standard deduction and itemized deduction. Okay, Simranjit?
Okay, sir.
अरे यार, okay, right. Now, okay, you see the schedule one. Schedule one is all about additional income and adjustments to income. So if I have any additional items which I want to show, okay, because you see, I can't fit everything in my 1040, right? So I would look for part one of schedule one for any additional income items. Okay, so these are all my additional income items. So it's not that all of these would have numbers. There could be one or two which have numbers, and there could be none which have numbers. Okay, so when we are discussing about different types of income, okay, we'll talk about business income, we'll talk about rental real estate, we'll talk about unemployment compensation, we'll talk about NOL, we'll talk about jury duty pay. If I go to my 1040, is there any space to show all of those income? There is no space, right? But the point is, I have space on my schedule one. Now, if I scroll down, what is it saying? This is my additional income. So where should it go? This total of line 10. Now, what is this line 10? Line 10 is total of line 1 to 9. Line 1 to 9, line 1 to 9 are all my additional income items. So the sum of this all additional income items is going on to where on my 1040? Onto my line 8. Now let's see what's on line 8 of my 1040. So if I scroll down, my line 8 says additional income from schedule 1, line 10. Okay, so I put all my incomes, okay, which are written on the form from 1A through 7. But for 8, I'll include just one single number which is coming from schedule 1, and those items are not on my 1040, because you see anything related jury duty pay or what were the other ones. There are many things, right, which are not on page 1. I'll show say for example, let's say my unemployment comp is say $100. Okay, my rental income is say $50. Okay, say my jury duty pay is about say another $50. So my prices are say another $200. Okay, just assume things. Okay, so now what is the total of other income? The total of income is okay, so here it is 250. Okay, now 250 plus 50, 300, 400. Okay. Now everyone understands how we are getting this 400. This 400 is the total of all the lines. Now I take this 400 and I put it where? I put it on my form 1040. Where? On line 8. That's it. This is how it works. Okay. Now that's my schedule 1 part 1, which is additional income. Okay. Then we have the second part, which is adjustments to income. Okay. Now you see here you see on page 1, it just said adjustments to income. Does this page have any of the details? Next to that, it's saying schedule 1. So meaning you need to refer to schedule 1, line 26. So meaning the number is coming from line 26 of this. You see, adjustments, put it there. Okay. Now, what are the different adjustments we have for income? It could be educator expenses, it could be any of the business expenses, HSA, moving expenses, IRA deduction, etc., etc., etc. We'll discuss about all of these in detail, but understand that these are the adjustments to income. Okay. So where did we come so far? Okay. You see, I have my schedule 1, which has my additional income. I have my schedule 1 part 2, which has my adjustments to income. Okay, so where are these numbers coming? The numbers are coming from another page, right? So that's what I want you to understand. None of the numbers are all calculated on my 1040. They come from a different schedule or a different form. Hmm? So now schedule 2. Schedule 2 is all about taxes. Anything related to taxes? Okay, where would I see it? You know it, right? Page 2. Okay. Now, then we have something related to credits. It's also on. This is also going on to, because we have something, because that page, those pages only say that credits, but these schedules would have detail to all the credits. So it's going on to, the number is going on to line 31. This is about refundable credits, and this is about non-refundable credits. What is a refundable credit? What is a non-refundable credit? We'll talk about when we are discussing about credits. Okay. Then we have, okay, now I was saying ID, right? Okay, ID, itemized deduction. So for itemized deduction, the total of itemized deduction come from schedule A. Okay. So you see this line, this page here. Okay. You see the standard deduction or itemized deduction, schedule A. The number is coming from my schedule A. If I'm opting for itemized deduction, why did I say if I'm opting for itemized deduction? We'll discuss about it when we are talking about standard deduction and itemized deduction. But that's the reason you see it as an or. Okay, either standard deduction or itemized deduction, whichever you pick. Okay, if you're picking up itemized deduction, you need to fill in form schedule A. Okay, now then schedule B, interest and dividend. So where is this going? You see this interest, you see this dividend here, you see attached schedule B. So these are coming from my schedule B. Okay. Okay. No. No. Schedule C. Okay. If I'm a sole proprietor. Okay. I'm individual, right? Then I have to file something which is related to business. And when I want to understand, or when I want to calculate what income I have from business, I do it using my schedule C. Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about few important stuff. Okay. Okay. Until now, things are able to understand. Sorry, not things. People are able to understand. Just give me a green check or yes or whatever it is. Okay. Okay. Don't do anything. Let me complete this fully. Let me complete fully. Wait. Wait. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's pace, meaning the speed in the way I'm going. Okay. Or because I know I'm asking for a quick feedback which is premature. Okay. In the sense, it's not even 1 hour. I'm asking a feedback. There is a reason to it. Right? Because if I know something upfront, it's an opportunity for me to change. So that I can change based on anyone's needs and I can tweak it. But if I ask for a feedback after 2 or 3 sessions, by then I would have set my tone, I would have set everything. So changing then would be a bit difficult. So I tend to take a quick premature feedback when sessions wrap. Okay, now I'm asking, right? Again at the end of the session, again I'll be asking the same question. Okay, you should be saying yes or no or whatever it is. Any of your comments. Okay, don't get mad on me on why I'm asking feedback. Okay, there's a reason to it, and I need it. Okay, now the question is, okay, are you okay with the pace? Okay with the way I'm speaking, the way I'm articulating, my word usage of my words. Are you able to understand? Okay. Um, uh, and anything else, if you have anything, you can just write it down. Okay, Venkat, I think if you do this, it would be better. You can just write it down. Okay, I I do it or not, I keep it with me. Maybe I'll not immediately do it, but I may do it at a later. Okay, when you say okay, this is one thing with me. Okay, uh, if anything is feedback, someone wrote a bit fast. Okay, what do you mean by it? I need to understand more. Okay, when
So
you
you're
say
going little bit speed, so I am not able to catch up with it in some point.
mhm,
In some instances, that you are going little bit speed, so
okay,
that's why.
so what I'll do is, who is this? I
Kameshwar,
remember.
Kameshwar,
Okay,
I will.
okay, Kameshwar. Uh, you're talking about pace, right? Now observe the pace next week. Okay, I know why my pace is a bit faster today. I know about it. Observe it next week. Okay, if you are feeling the same, then let me know. Okay,
Sure, sir.
I'll tell you the difference because today I'm getting into the subject and this forms is just for understanding purpose. Okay, meaning getting you into the feel. Okay, so that's the reason my speed or my tempo is a bit faster. Okay, from next week, I'd be really conscious about if people are picking up or not. So I'll decrease my speed a bit, meaning I'll tone it down a little bit. Okay, I'll not say anything now. Say it tomorrow. Say it next week if you feel it's still to be at a faster pace. Okay, Kameshwar.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, others, because I have 90 people, I have 10 comments or 10 yes or 10 no. Gokul, do you like suspense movies or or you like family movies?
Suspense is good, but just that, for example, like 1040 and line items like that, it will be.
Because things may change eventually, but
Like
not.
bullet points.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Just like bullet points will be nice, so that I mean, somewhere we get lost. Also, we can follow up that. Okay, this is what happening. Or by chance, if the class is missed, also I can go back and do that.
Okay. Okay. I think I get your point. I say the same to you. What I say to Kameshwar. Uh, look for from next week. Okay. I'll not say anything now. Look, observe from next week, and if you see this, if you feel the same gap, just let me know. Okay.
Sure.
Akib, sorry to say, but this question was for yesterday, not today. Maybe I'll remember your question, and I'll answer this somewhere within the sessions, but not now. Okay. Because that's the reason I put all of the day yesterday for these type of questions. Okay, buddies. Sorry, but I am not answering. But yes, this will be answered during the course of sessions. Okay. At one point, I'll try to pick this question in general, and I'll answer it. Okay. And don't worry about June exam. All will be good. All will be good. Okay. Priyadarshini, hey, you were there last batch, right? Yes? No? You're the same one? No? Maybe no, I don't know. Okay. Uh, with examples. Okay. Today we are talking about forms, so there are no examples. Okay. Get uh, from next week, if you see the same thing or if your observation is the same, let me know. Okay. Meaning no examples. Add more examples. If you see this, if you have those comments, let me know. Okay. Oh, okay. So Karthik, you'll get everything. Whatever you see on the screen from my end, you'll get them. Okay. Sagar and Simranjit, I think I love what you just said in your messages. Okay. You are not considering about you, but you're also considering about others, right? Because that's what being in a family is, right? So I think I want each of us to get into that mode. Okay. Okay. Because it's not only for us, it's for others also who has different way of taking in the subject or understanding the subject. Because I may understand one topic really fast, the other person may understand some other topic really fast. I may understand something really slow, and the other person may understand something else really slow. So we just need to understand each other. Okay. Because yeah. Because the reason I appreciated you guys is, again, this was one of the complaint on me in the past. Woohoo. Okay. Okay. So the only reason I wanted a quick feedback is to see where I stand, my meter. Okay. So for a few of people I said, right? So you check it out uh, from next week. Okay. If you still see the pays or examples or other things not happening, let me know. Okay. Okay. Now getting into the bigger piece. Okay. Why am I saying it's a bigger piece? Okay. Till now we have seen okay, you see. Let me do this. Okay. I have a 1040 and I have different forms from which the numbers are going onto my 1040. Okay, so that's what we have understood until now. Okay, so it could be schedule 1, schedule 2, schedule 3, schedule A, whatnot. We'll write up, we can write others also. Okay, but all of these were more of directly telling what's my total income is, what my total deductions are, and whatnot. Okay, but there are few forms which are really important to understand. Okay, one of them is Schedule D, 47, 97, 45, 62, 89, 49. Okay, all of these forms go hand in hand. Okay, now Schedule D and 89, 49, these both go hand. Okay, let me rewrite. Okay, these both have these both always have same numbers. Okay, 89, 49 will have detail and Schedule D will have summary. Okay, now we have assets. Okay, we have something called capital, we have something called business, right? Whenever there is a sale of an asset, okay, if it's a capital asset sale, I file Schedule D and 8949. If it's a sale of a business asset, I file 4797. We'll get more in detail, but I want you to understand upfront which is related to property. So I'm laying a base today for what we may be discussing in the future. Okay. So when I say property, I mean to say any assets that the individual owns. Okay. The types of assets that the individual can own can be capital or business. If it's a capital asset, okay, and if I'm selling a capital asset, it would be what? It would be capital gain or capital loss. Okay, and where would I be reporting them? On my 8949 and Schedule D. Okay, no, if it's a business asset, okay, where would I be reporting the gain or loss on the sale? On 4797. Now, what is a capital asset? What is a business asset? We'll discuss in really great detail when we come to property transactions. But I just want you to understand that we have at least two types of assets. One is capital, one is business. Okay. When there is a sale of a capital asset, we have to file Schedule D and 8949. Now, Schedule D is a summary of the gain or loss. 8949 is the detail of gain or loss. In a minute, we will see how 8949 and Schedule D differ. Okay. Now, when if it's a business asset and if the asset is sold, we use 4797 to report our gain or loss. And the any amount which is any gain or loss which is on these schedules, where would they go? they would go onto my page 1, 1040. Okay. Now, there is one thing which I didn't even check the box, right? My lovely 4562. Now, what is about 4562? Whenever we have a business asset, there is something called depreciation that we do, right? Meaning I have an asset and I have to depreciate it. Now, meaning I have a depreciation expense, right? Now, where should I report the depreciation expense? I report it on my 4562 for anything which is related to business. Say, for example, I am a sole proprietor. I have an asset. I depreciate it. Where should I show the depreciation? I show it on 4562, and then I move it on to my uh, 1040. Okay. I want you to understand this. And when I get into this, okay, if you remember yesterday, I told uh, there'll be a centric topic around which there'll be 5 or 6 topics. Okay. And I said, don't compare me with other books. Right. So what I would do, you see, now I spoke about depreciation. I'll complete depreciation. Okay. There is something called IRA. I'll complete IRA. There will be some other deduction. I'll complete those, whatever it is. Then I'll come to adjustments to income. So I'll take the bigger pieces which are part of adjustments to income. Okay, what am I trying to say here? You see, I have my income less exclusions. This is the formula which we spoke in the morning. Okay, minus above the line, I get to my AGI. Then below the line, then I get to my taxable income. Then QBI, taxable income, on which I calculate my tax. So I'm concerned only right now. I'm concerned about my above the line deductions. Okay. Now there are multiple above the line deductions, because when I am talking about above the line deductions, it's not that I come here and talk about above the line deductions. No, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll complete income. Okay. And when I'm completing income, these two will be a set actually. These two will be going hand in hand. You're not even able to discriminate between what I'm talking about, because I would be talking about income, I will be talking about exclusion, and uh, I'll talk about all the items of income and exclusion. Okay, so this will be done. After that, I need to have a header saying adjustments to total. No, I'll not do that. I'll discuss about depreciation. I'll discuss about IRA. I'll discuss about maybe another small topics which are prominent enough, which are all part of this. This is what is ATL is, and depreciation is part of ATL. IRA is part of ATL. There is some other X topic which is part of ATL. Y part of ATL. Z part of ATL. If these 5 topics or 6 topics, whatever it is, if these are the prominent ones of ATL, okay, I'll complete them first. What happened? I'll complete them first. Then I'll talk about this. You know why? Because when I complete all of these, you're almost about 70% done with your ATL. You see, the question doesn't ask you about ATL. The question asks you about IRA. The question asks you about depreciation. The question asks you about gain or loss. I want you to be able to answer those. Why am I telling you upfront? Again, I had a complaint about this in the past. The complaint was, what I see in book doesn't match with what you are explaining. It will not match. Let me tell you this upfront. It will not. Guys, I want you to make a note of it, please. My way of teaching is different. My way of teaching is conceptual. Okay. I'll divert here for a moment. Okay. And this is on record. This is getting recorded, right? On record. I'll just divert here for a maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. I'll ask you one question, guys. I'll ask you one question. I'm a CPA. Hmm? How many questions would I have practiced for each of my papers? Say, for example, because I have 4 papers: FAR, audit, uh, yeah, reg, what's the other one? BEC. 4 papers. Okay. How many questions would I have answered for each? Okay, only Gaurav wants to answer, but I'll stop there. But huh? Without even practice, did you get my question, Nishita? Okay, I think I'm not sure if. Okay, let me see. Let me do this. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Generally with CPA, okay, I'll tell you what happens. You know how much people practice? We have something called MCQs. We have something called SIMs. Okay, people go in thousands with these, and people go in hundreds with this practice. Apart from that, they do mock test. Okay, maybe at least 2 to 3 minimum. Forget about all those who get 90s. I'm not talking about the people who are getting 90s. I'm talking about people who are getting 75 to 85. Score of 75 to 85. That's what these guys do. Okay. Now, the max is maybe around 250 each. This is none. No one can even believe I was able to do Sims without practicing anything. I only know the format of a Sim, but nothing else. And you know why? Concept. You have this, there's no one who can beat you. No question paper can beat you. And you may say why Venkat is telling about himself. I say this proudly. In any forum, I can say this. And because that is a fact. No one can ever beat me in this. The amount of MCQs practiced versus passing the exam. So why did I even talk about this? Because don't compare me with books. Don't compare me with something else. Stop comparing first. Because whenever you start comparing me with other things, right? you will tend to lower your confidence. See it as two different products. That is fine. Venkat is one product, book is one product. Make them be, have them separately, and then look at them. But don't compare. If you compare, you will get dissatisfied because my way of teaching is different. My way of lookout is different. My, my it's all different. Okay, let me say this with pride. I have a unique way of teaching, which you will experience. Okay. The only reason I'm saying this is because I'm fed up with multiple complaints about, okay, Venkat doesn't match a book, match a book, match a book. Arey, Venkat is different, book is different. Understand, those are not the same products. I didn't write the other book. If I wrote the other book, maybe I should follow it. I didn't write it. I have my own way of teaching. And the other reason is because of the complaints from you guys, not you. Okay. In general, okay. I get pressure from Simandhar. Follow book, follow book. No, I can't. Everyone has a way, right? Everyone has a style. I I I am comfortable in my own style of teaching. Okay? Okay. Sorry for going off track, but it was important to say it out because, because I don't want to hear anything, guys. Please. This year, that's the reason I'm saying, okay, I heard in the past, someone complained in the past. Because I want you to help you guys. Just understand this. If you have anything, say to me. Okay, okay, let me say this out. If you have anything, say to me. If you don't have my number, this is my number. Say to me, message karo. Venkat, I think this is what happening. I'm not liking it. I hate it. Whatever it is, write it down. Maybe you can hear what my viewpoint is, right? You can say your point. I can say my viewpoint. Okay, right. So, we are talking about gain or loss and depreciation, okay, which is the important, okay. And we were also talking about, okay, how I take care of adjustments to gross income, okay. I'll discuss anything around it, okay, and then come on to adjustments to income. So just a different way of teaching, okay, different way of not teaching, taking it around, okay. Now the other piece of it is, okay, now you see capital gains and losses. So you see the difference. I'll show you the difference between 8949. So this is 8949. Now 8949 has the detail. Okay, what is the description of the property? When was it acquired? When was it disposed? Sale price, all of it stuff. Okay. Now if you go to 10 for the schedule D, it just has what's my proceeds, what's my cost, what's my gain or loss. So basically anything which is on 8949 goes on to my schedule D. Okay, schedule D has the detail. Sorry, 8949 has the detail and schedule D the summary. Okay, now we have 4797, which is of business property. Okay, we'll talk about this in detail. We'll understand the form and other things. Okay, now and don't miss this topic, gain or loss and depreciation. Okay, why? This applies to both part 1 and Part 2. You learn it now. It also stands good for part 2. Whenever I start with this, don't even miss that 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, whatever it is. Okay. In fact, don't miss the sessions at all. But again or loss ka miss ही मत करो. Okay. Huh. Okay. Then I have 4562, which I was saying about depreciation. Okay. Then I have Schedule E, which is supplemental income and loss. Then we have something called Social Security Self-Employment Tax. We'll talk about it. Self-employment tax is something which we pay tax for employing self. Okay. Then bhai on mute, please. Pritesh, mute. Pritesh. Pritesh,
Yes, sir.
mute karo bhai. Okay, I muted him. Okay. Okay. So then, where were these forms? Okay. Huh. You have some. Okay. Now we discussed about QBI, right? Qualified business income. So 8995 is my qualified business income. Okay. Then I have HSA. HSA is related to adjustments to gross income, and I have to file 8889. And any credits, I have to file 8812. Okay. So shit. Okay. So so this is how the whole forms are linked together. Okay. So we only have 2 pages, but we have to get through all the different forms and schedules even before making up the package. Okay. Now, uh, let me ask you something. Okay. Now, let me give some homework for you guys. Okay. Now, what I want you guys to do is, okay, I want you to go to IRS website. Okay. Okay. You need not go to even IRS website. You can just Google search. You just have to Google search. Okay. All the forms. I'll not write the forms, but I'll scroll through pages and I'll say it out. And you have to write it down. You have to note it down. Okay. And I want you to build something. Okay. What is it? 1 second. Oh, you know what? That needs PDF. That can't happen. Okay. I can do this also. Um 1 second. Okay. Okay. Now okay. What I want you to do is, okay, first note down all the forms. Wait statement W2. You don't need to remember the forms, buddy, for the exam. Because you see, when we understand the forms, when we know where the numbers are going on, when we know, okay, we are learning something in tax, and when we know what's happening with those numbers, one, we tend to get a better interest in studying the subject because our mind starts to pull and see the form. Okay, where is this number going? Where is this number going? Second, it will help you in making a good practitioner. Okay, you see, we are not okay. Let me tell you one simple thing. We are not here to just pass the exam, right? We want to make ourselves a better tax professionals, right? So you see, I remember all these forms only by experience. The very first day, I didn't even know what 1120 is, what 1040 is when I joined the firm. It was over years because I see them, I know them. There are few forms I don't even know, so there's nothing to remember in the forms. But the point is, because we are studying about 1040, if we know where the numbers are going, we'll tend to have a better interest in the subject. Tax is a beautiful subject if you can really understand it. Okay, so it's all about uh, gaining that interest in the subject mm, and 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 being a better practitioner. That is all it is. That's the reason I show the forms in the session. The first session is always forms, forms, forms. Okay, and this time I'm giving one. This is the first time I started the concept of homework, so I'm giving homework also, so that you get more intuitive with the forms. You get you get that connection with the forms. You fall in love with the forms, because if you want to be a better practitioner, you have to be in love with the forms, right? If you and forms are diverse, there is no tax practice, there is no tax professional. You need to stay in love. Okay, so I'm making that bond between you and the forms, okay, with this exercise for the week. Okay, now okay, so the first form was W2 wage statement. Next it is 1040 US individual income tax return. Yeah, schedule 1 additional income and adjustments to income. Schedule 1 additional income and adjustments to income. Schedule 2 additional taxes. Schedule 2 additional taxes. Schedule 3 additional credits and payments. Schedule 3 additional credits and payments. Schedule A itemized deductions. Schedule A itemized deductions. Schedule B interest and ordinary dividends. Interest and ordinary dividends. Schedule B. Schedule C. Okay, someone wanted detail on Schedule C. Now I recollect from the messages. Profit or loss from business. Say for example, if I'm a, because I know this, I just run it through like this. That's the reason, because anyway, Schedule T I'll be talking about in later lectures. Okay, but for the benefit, uh, because you see, as a sole proprietor, I may do a business. Okay, uh, I'm an individual. I'm a sole proprietor. I do business. No, I will have my business income and business losses. Business meaning, I'll have deductions, I'll have income, and all those things. Now, where do I report them? So this is the place you report if you own that sole proprietor business. Okay, and if you and then take it over onto 1040. Okay, and it also applies to if it were a partnership also, but mostly it's a sole proprietor. Okay, this is in brief. We'll talk more when we get to the lecture. Okay, okay. Then schedule D capital gains and losses. Okay, well, let me do this, guys. Okay, write it down from here on the left side instead of me repeating it. You see the bookmarks? I'll just come, write it down. Okay. So this is what I want you to do. If you have noted it down or if you're still noting it down. You see, we have form 1040. Okay. I want you to feel it basically. Okay. I want you to feel the forms. I want you to feel that you know 1040. I want you to feel that you know 1040. I want you to feel the schedules from where the numbers are coming on to 1040. That's where this exercise comes from. Because if I'm a tax professional, I feel it every day. But be you not, but few of them not being tax professionals, I want you to get into that feel. Then the interest in the subject will grow like anything. You see, don't study for exam. Study for being a better tax professional. Then see what all you can do in your study. Because okay, this is another change in my approach of lecturing. Um, I may be driving for the exam, but it's more of I'll also be saying few things which you'll see in nowhere, in any of the books. You'll not see in any of the books. But I say it out so that I want you to be better tax professionals. You will not use it for the exam, but you will be able to use it when you get into the tax job or practice or interview or whatever it is. Additional knowledge. Okay. Now the one with the exercise now which you're doing is that additional knowledge. If you're already in Big Four, if you're already in a job, if you're already somewhere, then this exercise doesn't really matter for you, but still do it. But if you're not, meaning you're not into tax this thing, if you're not into this thing, then this will help. Okay. Now go to 1040 and start observing from where all these numbers are coming from. Go to each and every line, understand it. Understand in the sense, understand it lightly. Okay. Understand matlab, don't start googling every line. No, it will say okay, number is coming from some other schedule. Okay, go to that schedule and see what's in there. Okay, for other income, for additional income, we'll have schedule 1. So go to schedule and see what's in there. Okay, that number is coming. Okay, the number is flowing um, from this line of part 1 of schedule 1 to this line of 1040. Okay, so try to understand those things. Okay, how is number flowing, where is that number going from 4562? I didn't say you yet, it's not written on 4562, but I want you to figure out where that depreciation number is going. I'll give you a hint, it would generally go on schedule C. Okay, now where is the number of gain or loss going, where is the number of uh, self-employment tax going? Okay, where is the amount of HSA going? So I want you to understand, I want you to get the feel of the form, and this is your homework. There's nothing, it's nothing big. Only thing is take the 1040, take all these related schedules and see how the numbers are flowing between each of the forms and schedules. Feel it. Get in love with tax. Enjoy tax. This is all I have for today. Why is it schedule and form? Form is something which you file. Schedule is something which is like an attachment. You see, you have okay, okay. You want to we want to file something with IRS. That's a form. Okay. If you it go meaning without that schedule, it's not in that form is not even valid. So you see, you attach okay, you attach 4562 only if you have depreciation, but you have income or no, adjustments or no, you have to file your schedule along with your return. So it's like an attachment to the main form. Okay. 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 So that's for the session today. So it's all about forms, and from next week, it will be next week it will all be basics of tax. That's a bigger picture of tax. Okay, so you see the way I think I told you earlier. I'll tell you because we'll see this tax from 1,000 feet. Okay, and then we'll come on to each of these and understand each of the topics. So next week is all about understanding tax from 1,000 feet. Okay. So before closing the session, anyone, any questions,
So
concerns,
can
feedback?
you,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, in 1040, when you explain how to calculate the basic tax, can you explain this again? Like, which you said W2, then wages, W2 adjustment to income. So
It
how,
will
what?
come. It will come again next week. Okay. So don't worry.
Okay,
Don't take stress today.
okay,
Be
sir.
cool. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I'll tell you how many times it will come. It will come around 5 to 10 times.
Okay,
Next week itself, it will come around 3 to 4 times.
okay.
You'll see it on the screens 3 to 4 times.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. Because today it was just an overview. So from next week, though, you will get into the we'll get into the little detail. After that, greater detail. Okay. Any other questions, concerns, feedback? Okay then. Uh, Today is Sunday, right? Saturday, Sunday.
Hello, sir.
Simandhar,
Hello, Venkat.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Sir, as you have already explained with regard to the forms, which is for the filing purpose. So, can we assume that forms are related for the detail information and schedules are for the summary of information, sir? Because I'm still
It's reverse, it's reverse,
detail.
it's reverse, it's reverse, reverse.
Okay.
It's reverse.
Because you have.
Now reverse your
Okay,
statement.
sir.
Now reverse your
Because you have.
statement. Now reverse your statement.
Okay. Forms are for the summary and schedules
Form has
are
only one
detail
single number,
information.
right? One form has only one single number, right?
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
form has adjustments to income from schedule so and so, one number. But schedule has the detail. So basically, um, uh, 1040, a form should have listed all incomes and expenses. Okay. Earlier it was like that. It was 4 pages or something. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In the past. Okay. So it should have all incomes and all those things, right?
Yes.
But instead of having in a clumsy manner, what they did, they pulled out the set of income and put it as a different schedule, meaning the detail is in the schedule 1, detail of
Okay.
taxes schedule 2, details of credits schedule 3. So
Okay.
schedule has the details, so you put all the numbers of all the details, take one number and put it on the form. So if I have to
Okay.
reverse what you said, okay, you put summary on the form 1040,
Form.
and schedule is for uh, detail. Arey yaar, why not you understand like this? So if you are making a big calculation, okay, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you are making a big calculation, okay, for your boss. Let's understand this. Does your boss need that big calculation? He needs a summary of it, right? So you also
Yes.
prepare
Correct.
a summary of it. That detail that you prepare for yourself is like a schedule. That summary that you prepare for your boss is like a uh, which is on the form.
Okay.
I'm just
So can we assume the 4797 and 4562 in the similar way, sir? In the same way?
yes, there are also details of 4562 because they will have their own schedules. They are forms. They are
Oh,
forms. They are summary of gain or loss. They are summary of depreciation. You see, depreciation means what? It's about assets, right? There could be thousands of assets.
yes.
I can't put
Correct.
all thousands of assets in 4562. So what am I doing? I'm putting one single number on 4562. Then I have a schedule for that, which I may give
Okay.
to IRS today, or I may give to IRS if they ask me. But I will file 4562 along with my return. Make sense?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. And guys, before leaving for this session, I know because I wanted to say this out and I'm saying it out. Okay. Today I see 74 people. I think when it started and when it was 90, then it dropped down to 85. Yesterday also it was the same. Okay, dropping down I don't really bother about. But what I'm trying to say is today it's 74. Let's say on an average 70. After 2 weeks it will drop down to 50. After 2 weeks it will drop down to 40, then it will go to 20, then it will go to 15. That's my experience. Okay, but 70 this batch is the first time that I'm saying, but still what I'm trying to say is let's get live rather than you watching videos. That's what I'm saying. The reason I said all of this is I prefer you guys coming on live every week, and you just have to allocate 2 days. I may not allocating. Okay, if you say I'm working, if you say that I'm working, I'm busy, then I'm also working. At times when I take how I take the sessions, I work, I don't even sleep, I directly take the session, again continue working. So I'm also a working professional and I'm also busy, but still I'm taking sessions. So uh, working busy, unless it's an emergency, let's not take those excuses and attend all the sessions. It will be fun because it will be fun because when I see good number of people, I also have that motivation. Let me be very honest. I'll feel like, okay, what can I do for these people? When I see only 10, 15 people, I also, okay, if I do anything, it's only for 10, 15 people. Should I invest my time? Should I invest my effort? That would be the question I'll have in my mind. But it's more people, I'll have more motivation to invest my time and effort. So what I'm trying to say is life is always beneficial. So attend it. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. With that thought, that's all for this session. Have a good
Hi,
day.
thank
Have
you.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like I'm just came from out of station,
Hmm.
so I'm unable to listen the whole session. So, is this recorded class or just normal session?
I think it's recorded.
Yeah, okay. I
Yeah. All
two
this.
tips.
That's what I was saying. All these sessions are recorded. You have the choice of listening at your listening. But what I'm trying to say is, please make a point that you attend,
Yeah, okay.
because that will help you, that will help me, that will help all of us.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, there is a above the line deduction, below the line deduction, and
Mm.
credit.
Mm.
What is the difference between all the three deduction?
You'll
Can you?
you'll understand after 4 weeks, after 5 weeks. Okay. So
Okay.
don't really worry today. Okay.
Mm,
The only thing that you need to know is, I'm happy that you know the terms now.
okay.
Okay. All that I want from this session is knowing the terms and knowing the forms. Simple. My goal is only knowing the forms and knowing the forms. Once you know it, you're good.
Sure.
All those detail stuff I'll explain in detail. I didn't explain anything today. I only used those words today. I didn't explain anything. Okay.
Okay.
So don't really worry about it. We have long way to go, and we'll definitely address everything. Okay.
Sure.